use one example. What if, Joe and Doug, if we look at the Kent Hovind situation, a guy who's rotting in prison right now, being persecuted unfairly, unjustly, essentially, and we all know it's not for tax evasion or any of those things, it's because they want to shut up the most effective apologist for biblical creation, probably one of the most effective apologists for biblical creation in the world. That's the real reason that they don't want Kent Hovind out there, I believe. So what if, I'm just using this as an example, what if the whole Hagmann and Hagmann family, not just those on Hagmann Connect, but what about if all of your listeners, and I know that your audience dwarfs MSNBC all combined, that it's bigger than most talk radio shows out there on most of the major networks, what if we came together as the radical righteous remnant of the body of believers of the Hagmann and Hagmann family? What if you had, as Coach Dave was saying, even a small percentage of the Hagmann and Hagmann listeners calling in on behalf of Kent Hovind to the judge or to whoever is hearing his case or to the local news media or those living locally in the area to go down to the courthouse where, if I understand it correctly from Coach, there was only about a handful of churches that came, or members of churches. But what if we, and my point is this, we can have that type of impact, but it's up to us ultimately. This is why what Coach Dave was saying is so important. It's time to get in the game, which means we need to, wherever our comfort levels are, and whatever positions we're in right now, we need to be uncomfortable. And what do I mean by that? I mean we need to do the types of things that are uncomfortable for us. Do you think it was uncomfortable for Peter to take a step out of that boat when Jesus was walking on the water and Peter got out of that boat and he was walking? Do you think that was uncomfortable? I mean, it defies credulity. It defies the small human pea brains that we have that apart from faith and being obedient, I mean, walking on water? I'm not going to walk on water. I mean, obviously it defies nature. I'm not going to be able to do that. And yet Peter was able to do that. And why was he able to do that? Because he was focused on the Lord Jesus Christ.